Welcome also from my side. My name is Aleadra. I'm a transformational coach from Vienna, Austria, and I'm thrilled to be here with you. And I thought, what can I share to empower and inspire you in these challenging times? And what came up is one of my core beliefs that we can all create a life we truly love. So I invite you to actually create a life you truly love. And I know this might sound a little bit weird or difficult in these challenging times, but I so believe it's possible. So I invite you to actually start looking at what's working already in your life and what isn't. And please don't tell me that you can't change and that that's not possible for you out of whatever reasons, because we still have control over so many things. So if you feel overwhelmed and if you feel, fearful or whatever it is, if there are any obstacles that come to your mind immediately, I invite you to actually, the first thing that always works for me is I take a deep breath. I really stop doing whatever I'm doing, and then I just breathe and take 2 or 3 really deep breaths and just let go of any stress. And this is my anchor, and I hope it works for you as well. So that's the first thing. Anchor yourself in your breath. It's always available for you, which is so powerful, right? And it usually, it gets out of this fearful hunting kind of extreme rhythm, but you start to balance yourself a little bit more and to ground yourself when you focus on your breath. And once you focus on your breath, the next step that I invite you to do is actually that you start to listen to your thoughts and listen to what you're actually telling yourself. And very often we are our worst enemy. I can speak for myself. For years, I've been telling myself the weirdest stories, that something can't work, or that I'm not good enough at something or whatever. And all of these are limiting beliefs, and these beliefs don't come from us, right? They come from whatever, parents, society, something that happened in childhood, whatever it is, yeah? And it doesn't really matter at this point. It's just when you believe, when you realize what you're thinking, you actually can take over the control again, because now it's in your conscious mind, right? And you can ask yourself the following 2 questions. Is this actually true, what I'm telling myself? And is it serving me? And if it's true and it's not serving you, let go. And if it's not true and also not serving you, let go. Yeah, that sounds easy. It needs some practice, but it's so powerful, because we need to get control over our lives again. And it starts with getting control over our breath and control over our thoughts. And then I invite you to exchange the limiting thoughts with some positive ones. So instead of, oh, I can't do this, or it's too hard, or now is not the right time, there will never be a better time than now. So tell yourself something, find a mantra, something like, I am good enough. I'm as good as I need to be. Yeah, I'm fine the way I am. I'm perfect. Whatever works for you. And say this to yourself on a regular basis. The more you tell yourself positive affirmations and positive thoughts and let them sink in, the more you will also learn to believe them, and the more empowered you will feel. So now that we have the breathing and the thoughts, the next thing is actually that I invite you to do is to look at the areas of your life that are working well and those that aren't working well. So I tend to divide my life usually at least in 4 areas. So the first one being career, business, if you're younger, studies maybe, yeah, this area. Then the next one is health. So how is my health, body, mind, and soul? The third one is the heart. So it's family and friends. It can be pets. Yeah, whatever comes up in your heart area, relationships, of course. And then the last one is the fun part. Yeah. What do you do for fun? And take a look at, it's your spare time and so on, your hobbies, what you really like to do. And I invite you to take a look at all these 4 areas and see where is something missing. Because the thing is, we probably only live once, and I invite you to make the most out of it, even in these challenging times. I so believe it's possible for each and every one of us. But we need to get unstuck to be able to do this. We need to regain control over our lives again. And there are parts we can control. So if you take a look at these 4 areas, what is the first one that comes to your mind that needs, immediate help? Yeah. And then work on it. And it can be a small step. Yeah. It can be for, let's say you feel alone. It can be that you call a friend, reach out. Don't be afraid of, asking for support. Only the brave ones actually do this. And then also make sure that you take good care of yourself in general. So self-care is really important, yeah? Together with the thoughts, right? The positive thoughts that we're telling ourselves, also to make sure that you get enough sleep, yeah? All this health part, you get enough sleep, you get enough water into you. You go out for a walk. It's the small things if you're allowed to go out for a walk, yeah? Do some yoga, some exercise, any kind of movement usually also unlimits our brain. Yeah, there's some movement going on in our brain when we start to move in our body. And then, I also invite you not to hide behind your fears. So Brené Brown once said, and I really love this, that you actually, because I also thought always, if you're courageous, you aren't afraid. But that's so not true. It's actually the opposite, right? You can only be courageous if you do something despite fear. Let it sink in, yeah? So let's be courageous. Take a look at your fears. We all have fears. So you're not alone if you're afraid of something. And then, again, ask yourself, is this true or isn't it true? And most of the time it's not true. And then think about, do I really want to do this? So let's say you want to, for instance, improve your life, change something in your career, in your business, whatever it is, take a next step so that you really live your true self, yeah, that you become more the person you want to be. Yeah, and it's all about, making the most out of our lives, right? And then you might, an idea might come up. And then usually a big part of us says, "Ooh, this is too difficult now, or too dangerous, or, too risky, because, what if I fail? But what if you win? What if you manage to do this?" So instead of staying in this world where we are afraid of losing, why not open up to all the possibilities that could happen when we win and when we actually make it? Maybe not as the first try, because it's about failing forward, right? Let's get away from this, "Ooh, I can't fail." Instead, try to fail as often as you can. Don't ruin any business or so, but you know what I mean? But it's the small things, right? So don't be afraid of failing, but see it as a learning curve, yeah? And then take this step and really let fear guide you. So when you feel like, "Oh, I should do this, but wow, I'm really afraid of this," yeah? And fear comes up, look fear in the eye and ask it, "Why are you here?" That might sound weird, but very often fear is just here because it's trying to hold you back in your comfort zone. And that's not where we grow. If we want to grow, we need to get out of the comfort zone. And the only way we can get out of the comfort zone is when we actually do something and expand our comfort zone, when we take a step outside. Because, here is where magic happens. Not down here, out there, yeah, where fear is, because we are not used to getting out of our comfort zone. But I invite you to get out of your comfort zone on a daily basis. It can be the small stuff. It can be reaching out to somebody you've always been interested in but never dared to speak to. Reach out to this person. It can be, I don't know, standing up in front of people and starting a speech, even though you're afraid of speaking in front of people. Yeah, just dare. Yeah, don't do crazy stuff. Yeah, that might hurt you or others. But get out of your comfort zone and see how actually exciting and awesome and relieving it is when you did something despite your fear. That's real courage. And that's what we need. And that's what we really need, first of all, in the world. Yeah, let not fear hold us back, but actually let's expand and make the most out of our lives. With COVID-19, without COVID-19, it's here right now. Yeah, we have to accept this. We can't ignore it, but we can still make so much out of our lives. That's, my wish for you, that you dare to get out of your comfort zone and reach for the stars, one step at a time. And if you fail, no problem. Be proud of yourself that you tried, and then try again. Think it over. What hasn't worked? What can I do differently? And then go for it again. Because my dear, you're stronger than you think you are. And the thing is, the more you're getting out of your comfort zone, the more comfortable you will feel. It will become your new comfort zone, you know, this expanded area. And you will become limitless in the long run. And isn't this awesome when there's suddenly no fears holding you back and you're getting closer and closer to your true you and living and creating the life you've always dreamt of? Because it is possible. And imagine what a success story you will write when you say, I did this despite these crazy times, despite all of this. Yeah, I managed. That's the most awesome, you know, success story. And I would love to hear all about this. And I really believe it's possible for each and every one of you. As long as we don't let fear get in the way of our dreams, if we take a look at what we need, you know, which areas we need to improve, and then take one step at a time. Focus on your breathing, make sure that your brain only has thoughts that support you, that empower you, and then take one step at a time and surround yourself with people who are, you know, cheerleaders, who support you in whatever you're doing. That's it for me for now. I hope this was helpful. I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, sane, and safe in these crazy times. Never forget to believe in yourself. I so believe in you, and I wish you all the best. Let's inspire the world. My name is Aleadra Deubner. You can come and visit me on my website, www.alexandradeubner.com. Deubner is spelled D-E-U-B-N-E-R. All the best. I believe in you. To your true you.